Tune in to the Real Estate Roundup with the River Counties Association of Realtors. Join us every last Thursday of the month at 12 p.m. on Fiesta 99.1 and every last Friday of the month at 12 p.m. on The Buzz 101.3 as we explore the latest in local real estate. Whether you're buying, selling, or just love real estate, don't miss our expert advice and exclusive insights. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's explore the dynamic world of real estate in our vibrant River Counties community. Catch Real Estate Roundup and make your property dreams a reality. Good afternoon. Welcome to the River Counties Association of Realtors Real Estate Roundup. And today we are pleased to have Michelle Swafford with us. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for listening to the River Counties Association show. Michelle is a dedicated realtor at RE/MAX Experience and has an insider's knowledge of the Southeast Tennessee real estate market. Born and raised in the area, Michelle has a deep understanding of the local community, its unique nuances, and has developed a reputation for her unwavering commitment to her clients' goals and dreams. Michelle also has a proven track record of success and has been awarded, well, you got a lot of awards here, Michelle. I'm going to go through these. That's great. For her 5 years of service at the RE/MAX franchise, National Association of Realtors Peak Producer Award, multi-million-dollar producer, the RE/MAX 100% Club for the 5th straight year, voted one of the best by the Cleveland Daily Banner's Official Reader's Choice Awards in 2023. Michelle is committed to providing exceptional and personable service to her clients, exceeding their expectations while building lasting relationships. So when you want to buy or sell, call Michelle. Welcome, Michelle Swafford.
Thank you so much for having me, Michael.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and congratulations on all of your awards. That's really well accomplished.
Thank you. Lots to be grateful for.
So on our show, we like to get to know, who you are and talk a little bit about your business and how you got in here. So tell me a little bit about your journey. What got you into this business and in this crazy real estate world that we're in?
So actually, my career journey began in childhood.
Okay.
So I did grow up here locally and had the pleasure of growing up right next door to my grandparents.
Okay.
So many Saturday mornings spent sneaking down to their house and just lots of time with them. But my grandmother specifically was an avid gardener. She had the best green thumb. She could grow anything. She would get seeds from everywhere and just plant them, and they would grow and produce things. But she taught me her love of gardening, her love of the great outdoors, and then the value of hard work.
Okay.
So, just to go on a little bit about my grandmother,
Sure.
I'm so
By
fond
all
of
means.
her. So she would grow the most delicious, mouth-watering tomatoes ever. So I don't know if you like tomatoes,
Sure.
but she could grow some really. So I may have a few tips or tricks that I learned from her that I could share. She could, at 80 years old, she could outwork me and my high school classmates in the garden, hands down. So she was a very hard worker, and so she was very influential of my love of the great outdoors, getting my hands dirty. And so when it was time to declare a major and go to college, I chose landscape design at the University of Tennessee.
Okay.
So from there, that led to different opportunities in irrigation, landscaping. Okay. And then from there, I went on to become an estimator for a commercial construction company.
All right. Nice.
So that led to jobs in those fields. So becoming a realtor has just really been a natural transition.
Sure. All of that has to do with real estate. So that's a great segue into it for sure.
It's made a great foundation. It helps give me a little background knowledge to serve my clients with.
Sure. Yeah.
So I am a numbers person, hence the estimating. But more than that, I really do love people. And I love serving them and helping them make the best decisions for them and their families for generations to come. So I guess in a way, I'm still getting my hands dirty and working hard to serve my clients.
Sure. Well, obviously you're doing something right with all the awards that you've gotten. That doesn't go unrecognized, which is great. And so congratulations to you on all of that. That means you're doing the things the right way and taking care of your people.
Much.
So you grew up here in Southeast Tennessee. So how important is it to have local roots when you're serving your clients? Like, where does that come into play, do you feel, to help your clients with their probably one of the most important decisions they're going to do in their life is buy or sell a home. So
yes. So I feel like that's super important, and it has given me great resources to serve my clients that maybe non-locals might have. Like, for instance, I have connections with people I went to elementary school with, kindergarten, all the way up through college, because I did go to college here locally within the state.
Okay.
And so those relationships with neighbors, friends, and classmates have just given me those tools and resources. I can pick up the phone and call a schoolmate and say, hey, Crystal, can your builder husband Skip, can he come take a look at this and let me know? We're a little concerned about this. So those resources have proven invaluable to my clients.
So it helps you with your relationships with your clients. Then.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I also grew up before the 911 addressing system.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with road names like Buckhorn Road. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
So that's the road I grew up on.
Okay.
And in case you're wondering to know, it's now called County Road 48.
Okay. All right.
So
you've seen all those changes.
Yeah, I've seen all those changes, and I am familiar. So let's say we're driving through the back roads of Reliance and cell service. Technology fails us. I can help people find the way because I am familiar, because I've grown up here.
Okay. So with Southeast Tennessee region, so you've seen those changes. Do you feel there's any other changes that you've noticed since, all these years that have gone by that you've been involved with in the area that you...
Well, we're having a great influx of people. I think we'll look back on this time as like a great migration of sorts. Mm-hmm. People are moving here from all over. They're moving here from California, Michigan, Washington, Florida, Illinois.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
So that is definitely a trend that we're seeing, and meeting many great people from those areas. Yeah. I'm working with many buyers, and they're all moving here for the same reasons. A simpler way of life and values that we have here. Lower taxes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, yeah. I can attest to that.
Okay. Yeah. Lower cost of living.
Sure. Yeah.
Our local chamber here in Cleveland states that our living costs are 12% below the national average.
Okay.
So another draw.
Sure.
And that's a great reason for folks to move here. And let's not forget the 4 seasons and the natural beauty that we have here.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely beautiful terrain that you have here, and unlike anywhere else, especially coming from concrete jungle like Illinois, where everything is just all concrete. You don't see mountains and everything else,
Right.
So.
Another fun nuance to being local is I get to teach people how to speak local.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, how to say city and county names like Maryville,
sure,
Ottawa,
right,
Etowah.
Yep.
Did you learn any new names when you came
yes,
here?
Yes, I did. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely.
So that's just a fun way that I can help them assimilate as they move here.
Okay, and that's great to have the roots and be able to speak firsthand knowledge, because you've seen all the changes that have happened. So, So you're a member of the RE/MAX Experience office, which is a great office here in Cleveland. So what services do you provide? Tell our listeners, if they're going to reach out to you to buy, sell a house, like what services are you going to provide for them, and how do you do your business?
Okay. So RE/MAX Experience was founded here in 2011.
Okay.
We have 20 agents.
Nice.
And RE/MAX, a franchise, and their branding has been around for 51 years now. So a lot of people, I wear my pin today.
RE/MAX pin, yep.
Yeah. So a lot of people will recognize the red, white, and blue balloon.
Sure.
And so we are a full service brokerage, and that just simply means that we will serve our clients with local knowledge and expertise. I will be with them every step of the way from start to finish. The time that they tell me I'm thinking about selling my house, or I'm thinking about buying a house. So I'm there with them every step of the way.
And there's a lot of paperwork, I'm sure, on both sides, right? Buying and
absolutely.
selling. So somebody can be rest assured that you're going to help them understand all of those those documents and papers that they're going to have to deal with. So that's really great. And so how do you stay connected to your clients and the local community? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, earlier I said, Michael, that I love people. Mm-hmm. So this is probably one of the favorite parts about my job, is that I get to love on my clients and serve them, connect with them, and show them my care and appreciation. And one way that I do that, for example, in the summertime, I'll give away these huge red, juicy, delicious watermelons.
Okay.
And so they'll come by and pick them up, and they'll go take them home and maybe celebrate and enjoy them around the 4th of July.
Sure.
With their friends and family. And another fan favorite, this has become probably the top favorite that my clients have, is in November, right before Thanksgiving, we'll do a pie pickup party.
Nice. Okay.
And
what kind of pies?
Yeah. So I like to offer Dutch apple.
Okay.
Great with ice cream.
All right.
And pumpkin as well.
Nice.
So it's become so popular, in fact, that I will get text messages and calls from clients in advance saying, "Are you doing the pie party this year? And if so, I want Dutch apple or I want pumpkin." So it's just a great way that I get to give back, show my appreciation to them, and also help them connect and network with other clients that I have. So that's something I really enjoy doing. Something new and exciting that I'm doing this year, and you may be familiar with this.
All right, tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have the opportunity this year in May. I will be a team leader for Habitat for Humanity.
Awesome.
They're all women build. So I'm super excited to be a part of that.
Jimmy Carter initiative that started many years ago. That is awesome. Yep, yeah. I've been there myself. So great, good.
Yeah.
Glad.
So the day that my team will be doing is May 4th.
Okay.
So from 12 to 4. And our team name is Firm Foundation.
Awesome.
And we'll be early on in the build, so we'll get to actually put walls up, I think.
You're going to get your hands dirty.
I'm really excited about that. So, if you or our audience are interested in learning more, check us out on Facebook, sign up, donate to the Deserving Roberts family. They have more information on there about them and their need and why they are so deserving. And you can check that out, volunteer via Facebook. Just search Facebook for Michelle Swafford or michelle.swafford.remax and come join us.
Give that one more time, that address, so they know it.
Michelle Swafford or michelle.swafford.remax.
And that's Swafford with 2 Fs, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, that is great, and congratulations to you for stepping up and doing that and helping others. We know that there's a need for housing for everybody, and everybody should be able to have a house. So I commend you for stepping in there and doing that. So that is awesome. So
I'm really excited.
That you should be. That'll be a great time. You'll enjoy that experience.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get a little bit into here, buyers and sellers. So you work with both sides, obviously, and let's talk about the buyers first. So what are the buyers experiencing right now in the market? What should they be doing to look for that home? What's your advice to them to help them just get this all started?
So to buyers, Michael, I would say they're experiencing more normal rates, more normal coupled with traditional home price increases.
Okay.
However, in light of recently insanely low rates and home prices, this change seems so drastic, and it's causing them to pause.
Right. Sure.
So my number one message for buyers right now is get in now. We can't time the market. I wish I had a crystal ball, but I don't. And time is on their side. So the sooner they can get in, the better off they'll be. And what is real is that becoming a homeowner is one of the greatest wealth building tools that they'll ever have. The National Association of Realtors, their chief economist, Lawrence Yun, says a monthly mortgage payment is often considered a forced savings account that helps homeowners build a net worth about 40 times higher than that of a renter. Yep. So my focus is helping buyers and sellers build their net worth.
So, because with renting, obviously you're paying somebody else's mortgage, so that helps them. And so I would take it that the first-time home buyers, you can guide them in the direction as to all the different types of loans and stuff that they can get. Because a lot of people think, I got to have 20% down, which is not always the case, right?
Right. So. Some people can get in with zero down payment.
Right.
Some people will only need 3%. So the 20% is a myth for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people struggle to save that up, and it is costly, and housing prices have gone up. But I think you hit that on the head of, home ownership is the key to build your equity for the future. So.
Yeah. So, I tell them it's a stretch. This will stretch you.
Yeah.
but it's a really good stretch. It's a
Right.
worthy stretch.
Yeah, it's an investment, definitely.
Yes. So that's an important part of my job is just educating them and helping them realize their dreams,
Yep.
teach them to dream again, and maybe even know dreams that they didn't know they had.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So-
That's great, and I think that's any buyer that's listening right now. Please reach out to Michelle Swafford at Remax, and she'll get you on the right track. She's going to make sure that you're going to do this where it's affordable and you're going to be comfortable, but have that roof over your head and call it your own. right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's shift a little bit then too, and talk about the sellers. So I'm a seller. I want to put my house on the market. I call you. What's your advice to me? What are you going to tell me right off the bat? Where do I start?
So I do enjoy coaching sellers.
All right.
So I hope that my sellers will be coachable. But
I could be tough. I don't know.
yeah, that's okay. We can handle tough. So tips for sellers as they think about putting their home on the market. Everybody wants to get top dollar.
Sure.
That's always a motivating factor, right?
Yep.
I say gone are the days of putting your home on the market without making sure it's in pristine, top-notch condition.
Okay.
So sellers, another tip that I tell sellers is they need to emotionally distance themselves from the home.
Sure. Which is tough.
It is
Yeah.
very tough,
Oh,
and
yeah.
try to picture it through a buyer's eyes,
Okay.
as a product, because it is a product and you have competition. So we want to present this product in the best possible light.
So what you're saying is the way I live in my home is going to be different than the way I sell my home.
100%.
Right? Okay.
Thank goodness I don't have to show my home right now.
Right.
With my
We all
two
go through
children.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and I tell them to think hotel.
Sure.
It needs to smell clean. It needs to be clean. It needs not smell of pets.
Right.
Decluttered, depersonalized, repairs, fresh paint if possible.
Okay.
Those kind of things. So this is my way to help them get the most, top dollar for their home, and help them on their wealth building journey as well.
So it sounds like you're going to help them understand like staging their home, right? Is that the right term, staging?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So that way they don't have to go it alone, right? You're gonna help them see it through the buyer's eyes is what your main
Yes.
thing is for them to help them get the top dollar for their house.
Right. And I have, I'm a source of a source. So I can
Okay.
get them connected. If they have repairs, I can help them find a handyman. If they need paint, I can help them find a painter.
So you got a guy.
Yeah.
You got a guy.
Exactly.
or girl, right?
Right?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does not matter.
No.
So, no, that's great. And I think that's some great advice. And again, if you are thinking about putting your home on the market, don't listen to all the third-party news out there. Call an expert such as Michelle here at Remax, and you're going to get them on the right track with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the local real estate market. As I just said, the third-party news media is out there. You hear a lot of different craziness, and where do you start with that? What do you listen to? So, let's hear it from you. What do you feel is trending right now and in this crazy market that we're all kind of seeing in the last couple years?
Yeah. I would say be careful with your mindset, but having a local real estate agent that can educate you to what's going on locally, the market that you want to be in, is super important. For example, here, our average days on market is 45. So that's
Wow, okay.
that's not a lot.
No. Yeah.
And we have just 2.5 months of inventory.
Okay. So explain that a little bit just so people understand that. So 2.5 months of inventory is meaning...
Means it's still a seller's market.
Okay.
So, however, sellers, it is still is a seller market. However, there is a little bit more negotiating room for buyers than previous years.
Okay.
So they can maybe negotiate closing cost, things like that. Whereas before it was just a complete frenzy.
Sure.
So, and in fact, another trend I'm seeing is the Wall Street Journal. They just did a piece about halfbacks.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that term.
Educate me here.
Okay. So that slang is a halfback is someone who maybe moved from somewhere like the Midwest,
Okay.
moved to Florida and retired, and for whatever reason they're needing to leave Florida and land halfway back somewhere.
Okay.
Tennessee is one of the states that they're choosing to move to.
Okay.
And so all that to say, the trend continues. We're still going to be seeing an influx of buyers from out of state, different states, Florida.
Sure.
As mentioned before, just another reason that we're going to continue seeing them move into our beautiful state and community.
Sure. And so I get that. So instead of them going all the way back to where they were, they're just kind of getting halfway back and making it a little bit more closer to what home used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
Enjoy the 4 seasons, the
Sure.
the lower taxes, all those benefits.
Okay. And so the market itself, I mean, it's been a seller's market over the last number of years, obviously. And as you mentioned, just a couple of months of inventory that's out there. Do we see inventory maybe growing a little bit more? Do we feel like it's just going to kind of stay where it's at? I mean, where do you see it? I know you don't have a crystal ball, but where do you think it's going to be this year as far as kind of stay right with the range we're in, or maybe just shift a little bit? Or
the hope is that late spring, early summer, that we will see an increase in inventory.
Okay.
Hopefully rates will drop a little bit.
Yep.
So that's the hope, the prediction that we have. But time will tell.
And you mentioned earlier too, with the rates being lower, and we kind of all got spoiled to that,
Yes.
3%, 4%. But yet in history, a 6% interest rate is the norm. Right. So nobody should really be shocked at where they're at. It's still, we're not double digits, we're not 10, 12, 15%.
Right.
So I would think that, being in that 6% range, it still makes sense to do it as far as getting your house.
Absolutely. I'm telling buyers, buy that $300,000 home this year instead of $350,000 next year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And, I'll throw one thing out there too that I learned, for your mortgage, 6% interest rate for every $1,000 is $6 per thousand, so it's an easy number to kind of put your head around and factor what you're paying in rent, because rents have gone up too, right? Have you seen that in the area?
Yes.
Rents going up? So.
A lot of millennials are tired of paying somebody else's mortgage.
Right.
So we're going to see influx of them this year as well.
Yep.
A lot of first-time home buyers in the 35, 36-ish range. So
we just got to keep working.
I'm actually working with some right now. So
there you go. We just got to keep working on that student loan debt that everybody is saddled with. So, so in our last couple of minutes here, anything else you'd like to share with the audience? How can folks contact you? Any other last pieces of advice for us to kind of give to everybody and information on?
Sure. Thank you so much again for having me. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I just really appreciate the opportunity. Yeah. So if there are 3 takeaways that I want our audience to leave with today, they are: number 1, work with a local native agent like me who knows and loves this area and will serve you well.
All right, so let's make sure they heard that. Work with a local market area realtor like Michelle, and call Michelle. You're going to be glad you did. So keep that in your mindset that's your first step. All right, give them number 2.
Number 2, and I will continue reiterating this to my buyers, is to get in now. Okay. That is so important. I don't want anybody missing out on the wealth building opportunity that home ownership provides. Sure. It's super important.
Yep, definitely. That's a great tip. So let's repeat that one last time too. Get in now. You heard it from the expert. So don't discount what she's telling you. Get in now. It's a great time to do it. So the rates, we don't know where they're going to be next year. So
right.
And if they go lower, they can always do what?
They can refinance.
There you go. Yeah. So doesn't mean you're locked in for the 30 years. You can refinance.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. Number 3.
Lastly, number 3, adopt a growth mindset and start building wealth today. Home ownership is the greatest wealth building tool that we have. So I'm really passionate about it. It's the driving force behind what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier too. As Lawrence Yun said from NAR, that it is the greatest way to build your wealth, for the future. As we all know, savings accounts are going to do it at 0% or 2%. Right. You can't make enough there, but when you have a home and you take care of it, you're going to be glad that you did. And,
yes.
So it sounds like you got great advice for everybody, that you can get them on the right track, that you can certainly make sure that they go from A to Z. Let me ask you one last quick thing here. We've got about 3-4 minutes left on our show. The closing process. A lot of people get hung up on that. Are you there with them at the closing table? Do you help make sure that they understand everything, along with their lender, that they're not going at it alone, right? A lot of people think, I got to sign all these papers. I don't understand it. tell them just a little bit about that.
Yes. So closing day is an exciting day. You get your keys.
Oh, yeah.
And so I am there with my clients. I am there. I sit right beside them. I give them privacy if they want privacy,
Sure.
but I'm there if they have any questions. And there's a closer there. We can call their lender on speed dial if they have any questions with that. But yeah.
And for them not to be nervous, right? It's an exciting time.
It is a very exciting time. Your hand will get tired of signing things. So.
Writer's cramp. No, but it'll be a good thing. And,
it is a very good thing.
And typical closing, 2 hours, hour. What do you think?
An hour should be the most.
More than enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get the whole move day, and like you said too, that is your exciting time for
it. It is very exciting.
That is. And but yeah, we thank you for being here. Let's give your contact information here. Your phone number, or email address, or website where you want them to reach out to you, and what's the best ways to reach out to you.
Yeah, everybody give me a call. You can reach me at 423-887-4076 or email me at Michelle@sellinghomestn.com. That's Michelle@sellinghomestn.com. And always remember, when you buy or sell, call Michelle.
There you go. And that's Michelle with 2 L's, right?
Yes.
All right. And repeat your phone number for them one more time just so they have it.
It's 423-887-4076.
That's awesome. And yeah, Michelle, we appreciate you being on the show today. We look forward to talking with you in the near future. I think you've given some great advice here to help everybody, buyers and sellers. I'm sure they probably have a ton of more questions than what we covered in our half hour, but they got their numbers to reach out to you. And again, Michelle's number is 423-887-4076. You won't go wrong if you reach out to her. And any other last words before we wrap up here? You good? Everybody, you think you got them on track?
Yeah, give me a call. I'll help walk you through the entire process.
That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Do you imagine a career with flexibility and limitless income potential? It's possible by becoming a Realtor. The River Counties Association of Realtors, located right here in Cleveland, Tennessee, is ready to help you unlock your potential. We're your go-to resource for guiding you to obtain your Tennessee real estate license. We're more than just realtors. We're a vital part of our community. Partnering with local charities, we work tirelessly to make a difference. Join the River Counties Association of Realtors today, where your career can thrive and community can too. Visit rivercounties.com or call 423-476-5912. Your new path awaits.